General physical therapy is traditionally built around the bedside, focused on manual assessment, physical manipulation, and direct patient interaction. But global healthcare is shifting. A rapidly aging demographic and a surge of chronic diseases are creating massive sets of health data and systemic complexities that manual skills alone cannot solve. The industry now requires a new type of specialist, the clinical researcher. This is someone who can navigate both the physical demands of patient care and the digital realities of the modern data lab. Manual experience alone does not facilitate this transition. It requires a specific academic pathway. That calibration is exactly what Chulalongkorn University has engineered with their 2026 Master of Science in Physical Therapy. Specifically, we are going to look at the Plan 1 academic track, which is the most research-intensive path they offer. This curriculum document provides the technical roadmap for pivoting a career from the clinic into the research lab. The entire program is governed by a strict 36-credit framework. These 36 credits are divided into two non-negotiable functional columns: structured coursework and the independent thesis. The first column contains 24 credits of active coursework, designed to build both foundational theory and specialized clinical knowledge. The second column is a 12-credit independent master's thesis that serves as the program's capstone. This 2-to-1 ratio ensures that students dedicate a full third of their degree to original research while building a broad knowledge base. To start, we have to isolate the universal core. These are 12 credits mandatory for every student, regardless of where they eventually specialize. These courses establish a rigorous baseline in research ethics, advanced statistics, and differential diagnoses. But you can see a distinctly modern, technocentric shift when you look at course 3742630. The document lists this as Scientific Communication, Data Visualization, and AI Applications in Physical Therapy. It is an explicit requirement targeting digital tool proficiency, ensuring graduates can manipulate and present complex health data. Right next to it on the page is course 3742628. Health Policy and Leadership. The program treats leadership and policy as core research competencies, giving the specialist the institutional literacy needed to implement their findings. This core foundation provides the tools to use artificial intelligence and influence health policy before the student begins their clinical specialization. Once that foundation is set, the curriculum reaches a branching point. The remaining 12 coursework credits split evenly between 6 specialization credits and 6 elective credits. Students route into one of 5 pathways: musculoskeletal, neurological, pediatric, cardiovascular and respiratory, or geriatric physical therapy. If we use the musculoskeletal track as a case study, we can see exactly how a student builds their clinical expertise. The track begins with course 3742632, 2 mandatory credits of functional anatomy and exercise. Then comes the centerpiece, course 3742633, a 3-credit module strictly focused on assessment and clinical reasoning. The 6-credit mandatory block is rounded out by course 3742635, pathology and physical modality. From there, the 6 elective credits allow the student to double down on their specialty, choosing from advanced clinical practicums or specific management courses like sports physical therapy. This is a funneling mechanism. It takes a broadly trained, data-literate researcher and continuously narrows their focus until they possess the highly specific clinical reasoning skills needed to lead their chosen field. To understand the true intensity of this program, we have to map those abstract 36 credits across the actual timeline. Over the course of a 4-semester, 2-year timeline, the curriculum pacing is highly deliberate. Year 1, Semester 1, operates as an intensive intake phase. 10 credits of heavy theoretical core and specialization courses are front-loaded right away. By Semester 2, students enter an application phase. They take another 10 credits, balancing research practicums with their advanced clinical electives. Then, in Year 2, the structure of the program dramatically shifts. The classroom requirements entirely drop away. Aside from a single 1-credit research seminar, the timeline is completely dominated by the master's thesis. By deliberately front-loading the coursework, the university clears a path for uninterrupted, high-stakes research in the second year. Looking at the curriculum documentation, we see 5 program learning outcomes. These act as specific product guarantees that the university makes about every graduate. To prove they can deliver on those guarantees, the program uses curriculum mapping, a logical grid tracking exactly which courses fulfill which outcomes. Most individual core and elective courses hit one or two of these targets, but the thesis is uniquely demanding. The mapping matrix shows that the thesis is the only requirement in the entire degree that maps to all 5 learning outcomes simultaneously. The thesis acts as a point of synthesis, where the student must combine clinical expertise, AI literacy, and leadership into one document. Completing the 36 credits on the timeline is just the mechanical requirement. The quality threshold for graduation is absolute. All students must maintain a cumulative grade point average of at least 3.00 on a 4-point scale. But the most difficult hurdle is in the final step. The thesis itself must be accepted for publication in a recognized academic journal. If a student fails to meet these specific publication and quality standards, the result is academic dismissal. From the universal core to the clinical funnel, up to the high-stakes thesis defense, the 36-credit architecture at CHULALONGKORN connects advanced clinical reasoning with the requirements of academic publication.